Hi everyone, I'm going to show you in 3 quick steps the difference process. I have 4 images on here. I'm not going to talk through all of them. You'll just watch and follow along with me until I get to the actual difference process. But there's an area here on Daisy. There's an area here that we're going to remove. For Mickey, it's a little small area here and here. And of course, with the Superman emblem, there's one here, 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 and here. And on Mickey and Minnie, I believe that there's going to be one in here. I'm not sure if those shoes are really touching until I trace it. But I know that there's a small one there, and then there's one there that I'll be doing the difference on. So let me just explain to you that I think where some of you are getting frustrated or possibly intimidated by the difference process is because you're overthinking it. The only thing that you're doing is removing a piece that is attached to another piece. And I almost said the background, but sometimes spots like this may not be attached to the background. It may be attached to her dress, or this spot may be attached to her bracelet. So if you're just trying to move it or subtract it from the background and it's still turning black, then that means that you need to grab another piece to find out what is it attached to. It could be attached to her arm. Who knows? So the 3 basic steps to difference is select the piece that you want to remove, select a piece that you want to, that is attached to it, and then you simply go to path and click difference. That's how simple it is. Please don't make it harder than it has to be. Now, I have this up here because I'm hoping that by putting this title here and typing it out, that when this tutorial is shown in Facebook, that it will have this opening screen on it. So hopefully you'll be able to just look through videos and see what this one is. If that works, then I may be onto something really good. If not, I just typed this up, I guess, just for fun. So let's see here. Just want to move this out of the way so that I can just use the screen here. And let me get my hot Daisy that I love, Daisy Duck. She is wearing that red dress. So let's get to get through the tracing process with her. Oops, went too far. Okay, looks like my dress is going to have some issues here. Let's see how far down can I go before I have to add some stuff. That's further down than I want. So, okay, well, no problem, Daisy. We will let your dress stay red, and hopefully there are some of you that are really paying attention and you've not jumped ahead of me, and we'll get a chance to see how the fill tool actually works in a case like this. Because if you're watching this, you notice that it started out at 45, and the lines look okay. Of course, they're not as distinct, but as I began to drop this threshold to get that white outline, I started losing the train of her dress, the lower my numbers. And so at this point, I'm beginning to lose too much of her, even down to 26, just too much work. So it's a whole lot less work for me to let her dress be black, and I'll just use the fill tool and change it. So here we go. Fine with that. Let's go ahead and break her apart. And let's see here. I know that, well, let me go over here and grab my little cheat tool that I love so much. That is her neck. Hold that shift key down and grab her hair. And let's see, grab these legs, shift key down, grab the other leg, color it. And let's see, this space here is what I'm looking for now. And I'm just going to give it a wild color, bright color, so that I don't forget it, because it's so easy to get involved in your coloring process that you forget that you have other stuff that you need to do. So I always give it a bright color so that I know I need to come back and do something with that. And let's see, there's a little area right here I'm thinking is this little part here that needs to have a to be seen through it. And so let's go ahead and get her hands there. And I think that is her wrist. Yes, so I'm on a roll here. Okay. And I'm just moving this around to see what else I'm missing on Daisy. Hold the shift key down. I'll click, shift key down, get this other eye, and use this dropper so I can get that color pink in there. Okay, that works. So where am I at now? The beak. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else I can do with Daisy at this point? Any missing pieces anywhere? Nope. Oh, well, let's see. That I couldn't get the color to change in it either. So I think we're good. So what I'm going to do now is just to show you what I've been trying to tell you all that seems like I do in every one of my tutorials, is I use this fill tool. My settings, I usually have it at about 10. I guess it's defaulting to this for some strange reason. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to use yellow. And I think it's going to turn to yellow. Let's see. Nope. I'm stuck on gold for some reason. Let me right click here and say copy color and pick yellow. Okay, so I clicked on the yellow for a dress. I'm going to hold the shift key down and grab that train there. And I'm going to go back to my select because I'm just going to do a couple pieces at a time. And this thing wants to tell me where to put stuff. You can see that little message. Well, I'm going to go over here and click off of it so I can move Daisy's things where I want them to line up at. So I have that now. While it's highlighted, let's give it that red. And as you can see, it's so much easier with this. So now let's grab the shoe, shift key down. Let's grab and get all of this. And there's a little piece in there. I don't know if I can or not, and I did. So with that, I'm going to highlight it. And I'm going to go, before I drag it over, I'm just going to go to path and say combine it all. Make this all cut as one piece for me. And let's just place it there. It's also red. And this bracelet. And maybe I can get that little piece, and I was able to. So let's see here. I don't know. I think it may not have. Yes, it did combine it. Okay. So there. What happened to it? There we go. Okay. And so this necklace is the last piece, but because I have little pieces in there, of course, I'm going to hold my control key down and use my mouse wheel because I want to really zoom in there and try to get all of these pieces at the same time. and that is too much. And so that tells me I need to reduce this threshold down some. And so let's see what happens if I go here. And that's a little bit too little. The threshold says how much of this area do you want me to color or pour a mold, because you're actually copying from your original and pasting it over here on your trace. So that's what that number is. So when I do 9, it doesn't go all the way around. So I'm just going to undo that, and maybe 10 is my magic number. 10 isn't covering that area either. So maybe 11. I'll keep going until I get the right number here. That does more of it. Hold the shift key down so I can get some more of this. And let's see here. Drag it over here so it has some of those little holes, the little line slits in there. Of course, it's not the best, but that's not the purpose of this tutorial. Okay. I didn't think my girl Daisy was going to have all those issues to her. It looks like I left a piece of her shoe off, but you know what to do with the paint bucket tool. So let's get to what the purpose of this tutorial is all about. Now I have 1, 2, 3 areas that I need to remove with this difference. So what I want to do is click on one piece, hold the shift key down. Now I have to find that bottom piece that it's attached to. And it's difficult to find the bottom line. You see what I did? I clicked on her head. I'm trying to get my baseline on it. Of course, there's lots of other ways that you can do it. You can, there's just a lot of different ways, but let me just show you the way I do it. So I found a hot spot that I could click on to give me the outline, which is the bottom black piece. With both of these highlighted, what I want to get rid of and what it's attached to, I go to path and say difference, and it's gone. Now, luckily, I still have the base piece that everything is attached to. So all I have to do now is hold the shift key down and click on another area that I want to remove. What do I have? The piece I want to remove and the piece that it's attached to are both highlighted. Path, difference, and it's gone. I still have one more piece. I'm going to hold the shift key down and I'm going to click right there. My click's too big. So what I'll do in this case is I'm going to zoom in because I can see I still have that other piece. Hold my shift key down. Now I can click just this little piece. I hope you understand that how much easier it was just by zooming in. So now I'm going to go path and difference and zoom back out. And now my daisy is done. And that's just how simple it is to do that. So let's do this Minnie and Mickey. And I'm going to put it on pause until I get to the parts that I'm going to use difference on. Okay, I'm back. I've finished with the tracing and the coloring with Mickey and Minnie, but I still have this area here that I need to remove and this area here that I need to remove. This is my trace. This is the original. Okay, take a look here at Mickey and Minnie arms. It just looks like one long black piece that is hard to distinguish what it is. Do you see the difference that it makes when you have those little white pieces there? I know that some of you were commenting on my image that I traced of Mickey sitting in the chair with sunglasses on, that the white pieces on the arm, but these pieces are very important. Look at her legs. You would never know that there's going to be her knee is bent until we start to add those pieces. So if you leave them out, it's going to look like one big piece with them almost deformed looking. So you want to make sure that you do not get rid of those white pieces. I noticed I left off that little part there. Is this thing still trying to tell me where I think it is? I just do not like this piece over here. I think I may have activated it again. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the pieces. I need to remove this. I'm going to hold the shift key down. I need to find what it's attached to. It may not be attached to the black background. It may be attached to his shorts, could be attached to the bottom of her dress, could be attached to anything. But usually, 99% of the time, it's attached to the background. So with Mickey and Minnie, it's easy to find that back piece because anything that was black in the original is going to be black in the trace, and that's going to be part of the background. So I've selected it that I want to get rid of. Hold my shift key down. I'm just clicking on black, and now I have that the back piece that it's attached to. I go to path and difference. It's still highlighting the back piece. I'm going to hold the shift key down and click on the next little piece that I want to get rid of. Both are selected. Path, difference. And that's all that it is to this. I'm going to do the Superman, and then I'll end the video. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Before I go over the Superman emblem, I left a piece off between his leg and his tail. So I found it as I finished coloring it and adding the outlines of the arms, the knee, and the ankle. So again, I'm just going to click on what I don't want, what I want to get rid of, hold the shift key down, click on what it's attached to, path, difference, and now it's gone. So just go ahead and group this and let it exit the stage. The Superman emblem, and some, I think it's maybe one of the Batmans, have some extra layers that you don't realize when you finish tracing it. When you break it apart, you're going to see double pieces in there. But anyway, if I clicked on this part that I want to get rid of, and I click on the outline, as you can tell, I didn't grab that one on the far back there, but I can grab that one on the far back, hold the shift key down, and click what I want to get rid of, and say path difference, and nothing happens. And the reason it doesn't happen, nothing happen, is because there is another layer, and that is why. So let me undo this. And with these, you want to find that bottom layer and just move it aside or get rid of it. Basically, you don't need it. Now click on the base, and then click on what you want to get rid of, and its path. Well, I still have another piece in there, so that lets me know that somewhere in here there's another piece, and there it is right there. That what is it, a Starbucks coffee has that same issue, where you don't realize that there's a lot of extra layers that it traces with it. Now it'll do difference. And let's see if there might be an extra piece behind this one. We'll find out here. Yeah, and that's what's going on. So there's still one more piece that is, there's another piece that's behind these. So I'm going to move here. When I click here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So now I have to be careful with making sure that I put it back in the right location. And probably the same here. Yes, same thing applies there. So move this one, I'll click, and there's that whole piece there. I think that's about right. Yes. Maybe two pieces over here. We'll find out. Yes. And again, all I'm doing is selecting what I don't want, which is that bright green, and I'm selecting what it's attached to, and with both of them selected, I'm going to path difference. That's all that is going on here. And for this one here, I need to zoom in to really see what I'm going to have to get rid of. And so I'm guessing that there's probably a piece there. Well, it doesn't appear that it was. So while it's highlighted, I hold the shift key down in the piece I want to get rid of and do path difference. Okay. And now it's done. And the rest of this is just remnants pieces. So this is all it is to getting rid of pieces that you don't want. You want to first highlight all of your pieces. You want to click on the piece you want to remove, click on what it's attached to, and then go to path difference. If it turns black, then you need to click on what you want to get rid of and then guess on what it's attached to and click on that piece. Both of them selected, path difference. And that's all I did with these. So it's a simple process. Just stop overthinking it. It really is not difficult to do. You know, one last time. Step one, select the area that you want to remove. Hold the shift key down. Step two, select the area that it's attached to. While both of them are selected, step three, path difference. So if you have any questions, of course, you can always post them in the comments under this video. Thank you.